I recently read an Epoch Times story that I wanted to share with you. If there's one thing that government bureaucrats are very successful at, something that they do better than anyone else, it's waste our tax dollars. But the best part is that when you call them out on it, they're like, "What? You were expecting accountability or something? How dare you?" In the most recent egregious example, it seems that verifying billions of COVID-19 wage subsidy claims that the Auditor General previously said could be ineligible is, in the words of Canada's Revenue Agency Commissioner Bob Hamilton, not worth the effort. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bobby, but isn't this effort thing like what we pay you for? Isn't that your job? Hamilton, taking time in between massages, appeared as a witness on January 26 before the House of Commons Standing Committee on Public Accounts alongside Auditor General Karen Hogan, where both faced questions from MPs about estimated number of Canadians who collected the Canada Emergency Response Benefit and other taxpayer-funded COVID subsidies despite not meeting the eligibility criteria. MPs, the paragons of fiscal responsibility, questioning the wasting of taxpayer money. Talk about ultimate irony, huh? Hamilton said the CRA believes the number of ineligible subsidy claims to be significantly lower than what Hogan's office projected in a December 2022 report. How much lower? Well, he can't quite tell us that. Now, at that time, Hogan's office estimated that around $4.6 billion worth of subsidy payments were collected by ineligible individuals, and $27.4 billion was collected by people whose eligibility status still needed confirmation. Part of the Auditor General's $27.4 billion figure is $15.5 billion of the Canadian Emergency Wage Subsidy, CEWS, that was collected by employers during the pandemic. It's too early in the compliance cycle of this program to provide concrete numbers on total ineligible claims with a degree of certainty, Hamilton said, adding that a more definitive estimate of payments to potentially ineligible recipients will only be determined once the comprehensive post-payment audit activities are complete. Now, Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong here, but didn't most of these programs end a year or so ago? And given the current dictatorship running Ottawa is digital this and digital that, and is simply obsessed with tracking every Canadian up the yin-yang, I would think that this would be pretty easy to figure out, no? Conservative MP Adam Chambers asked Hamilton if he agreed with Hogan's estimate that around $15 billion of CEWS claims could have been ineligible. "We think that this is an overestimate," Hamilton said, later adding that the CRA's preliminary reviews indicated there is no need for it to focus on verifying the full $15.5 billion. "In my view, based on what we've seen so far, it wouldn't be worth the effort," he said, as was reported by the Globe and Mail. Okay, Bobby, let me get this right. You agree that there were claims paid out that were ineligible, but you believe it wasn't as high as $15.5 billion. But exactly how much, you have no clue. So, best thing to do is forget about it. Given these are my tax dollars, Bobby, we're talking about, I kind of think it's worth the effort. So, I got a suggestion. How about you get off your fat ass and do your job? Hogan told the committee that while she believes the COVID response benefits helped prevent an increase in poverty during the pandemic, which of course was led by the government due to the response to COVID, of course, she also thinks the CRA and Employment and Social Development Canada should have made greater efforts to verify the eligibility of claimants, both before payment issuance and retrospectively. You mean do their jobs, Karen? Come on, you gotta be kidding me. The number of post-payment verifications that the department and the agency have planned are insufficient, she said. they do not plan to verify payments made to all recipients indicated as potentially ineligible. It's called buying votes, Karen. Obviously, you're a bit of a noob when it comes to Ottawa, huh? Conservative MP Kelly McCauley asked Hamilton why the CRA is unwilling to at least investigate the over $15 billion of potentially ineligible CEWS payments identified by Hogan's office. This is a huge amount of potential money, McCauley said. Who in the CRA is making the decision that we're willing to risk writing off $15 billion, $20 billion, $25 billion of taxpayers' money? My money's on Bobby. I think we are doing the work that's necessary to uncover where there are risks, Hamilton replied. Now, call me crazy once again, Bobby, but I'm thinking it's kind of hard to uncover them risks, especially when you're not willing to even look for them in the first place. No? Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can also follow me on my Rumble and my Locals account. If you're on my Rumble channel, please subscribe there because occasionally YouTube has a little hissy fit, and next thing you know, they don't let me say anything or put anything out for a little while. And as always, like I said, I welcome your comments and thoughts. Please post them and share them, and I will see you next time.